builder. And welcome to tonight's Lego themed ASMR video. This is probably going to be one of my absolute favourite builds for such a long time now. I've had my eye on the Imperial Shuttle, and it's probably one of my all-time favourite Star Wars ships. I have two ships which I have on Lego display all the time. That's my custom TIE Fighter and my X-Wing. Was that the first ASMR Lego video that I did? I can't remember. But with those two there, I think the Imperial Shuttle is going to sit next to it there as well. So this is going to be a very, for me, exciting build, but hopefully a very relaxing one and tingly one for you too. I don't know why, but this set, it just excites me greatly. There's something about it. I think it's because I've always wanted one that is up to the excitement, but I feel like it's going to be a very ASMR inducing one. When it comes to spaceships, I always think that, or starships shall I say, always think that they're just better for ASMR. It could just be the pictures on here or something like that, the size of the build, but I always think, for me, I get into that ASMR zone way easier, and I enter that mindset of Lego building, and that is the perfect combination for ASMR enjoyment. Listen to those brick clicking sounds and rustling about in the bricks and things. That's what I look forward to the most with the Lego ships which we purchased, which of course is from Star Wars. But this box is very, very full. I don't know why, but I'm expecting it to probably go into the 2 hour mark. I thought it would probably just be under an hour, but I don't think so. Oh, I don't think so. So there's a lot of things going on here. Let us get a stick before we begin. We have these massive fins here, which obviously are the signature look of the Lambert Shuttle, or we're going to call this one Suttle Tydirium because it's obviously, no, Suttle Tydirium was the one that broke in on Endor. I think, yeah, that was the one. So this is one that contains Darth Vader, which is so awesome. And then we have Luke Skywalker here as well, and an imp, an Imperial officer there too. The one I'm going to say that puts Luke in handcuffs or brings Luke to Darth Vader. So 3 awesome minifigures, and I'm not sure if I have the new face version of Darth Vader. I could be completely wrong there, but maybe I do have him, but I don't know. I'm going to have to consult with my Lego collection, and I think you suggested as well at some point to do my favourite sets. Might do that if that's something you want. We've got quite a collection of Lego sets. I keep all the boxes, everything. Okay, so there's things which are happening here. The wings fold up, so when it comes into land, that's going to be so awesome. I'm going to love that feature so much. This, I can't see at the moment, is the pilot's cockpit. Is that it? Yeah. So room for an Imperial officer to obviously fly the shuttle, which is pretty awesome. Then we have some flick fire missiles on here, which we're not too bothered about, but they still look cool. And then the fin opens to to reveal Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker sitting in there, which is just, I love that so much. I'm going to have a great time putting that together and building that. The fact that they've added that sort of scene which you wanted to see in Return of the Jedi is awesome. And then of course at the back we have the engines and the turrets here as well, with Luke Skywalker's handcuffs, the one which the Emperor takes off. You will no longer need those. Guards, leave us. And then of course Darth Vader. So this is probably the prelude set to getting the Emperor throne room Lego set, which is something which I really want as well. So yeah, but this is going to be an amazing build, so I hope you're nice and comfortable, getting ready for sleep, tingles, some Lego building, some Star Wars enjoyment, all of the top combinations for a great Lego Star Wars ASMR video. And I'm your host, Fred, more formally known as FredsVoice, more formally known as FredsVoice ASMR. So let's take this amazing piece here across there to the table. Just all these angles satisfy me so much. It looks so great. Okay, so let's take it to the table. I literally cannot wait to start building this. The set looks so amazing. Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Imperial officer, folding shuttles, explosions. Amazing Lego set. And we haven't even started yet. How does one open this thing? Usually if there's not those push down open bits, that means it's a serious set. So we have alternative solution, and I kind of prefer this way anyway, because then it keeps the box intact. And I'm all about that box keeping intact. I don't know how I've done it again, but I seem to have completely underestimated the size of this Lego build, so I expect it to be quite long. Yeah, it's reaching in the 100 pages mark, so that's great. But this looks so good, and I'm going to enjoy every single minute of it, so I hope you're feeling nice and relaxed and ready for the build. I should get rid of this opener. made a point this time around to make sure I've got a headlight so I can actually see this time what we're building. Right. So number one, very basic. It begins with the Imperial officer himself. He's already looking very serious to me. The thing is, over this time period of making these Lego sets, I haven't actually seen all of my collection together. It's just put in the Lego storage area and ready for like some sort of display. I don't know what. I mean, if you've got any recommendations, then of course let me know of great ideas and places to display the Lego sets which I've purchased. He looks awesome, and he's a black Imperial officer uniform there as well, which is pretty great because I thought they were grey. Well, the ones in the Mandalorian had a grey uniform on anyway. But these sets, we have our most important tool for all of the mistakes I'm no doubtedly probably going to make. Okay, so these are the big pieces. So this is what I like. It's a great start. Okay, so I will say it already because no doubt I will say it later on. I'm amazed with how someone's able to come up with this and know that that needs to go there and that needs to go there. I've said it. And I always do feel amazed. And I'd love to know how a Lego designer goes about actually creating these Lego sets. I mean, where do they start? Does it start from the wing and up? And I mean, how do you start from that to turn into an amazing shuttle? I mean, these are like integral questions which get me thinking, which is probably not so great when I'm trying to build a Lego set without making any mistakes. I think if I was doing this by myself without you here, then maybe I would just zoom through it because I'm not thinking. But then again, I wouldn't really say I'm thinking at the moment either, so it works for me. So I think this immediately will be the cockpit and or something for the main bit of the shuttle. Okay, so a little bit of fiddly things. I think these are chairs which are going here at the moment, but I could be wrong. But I feel like Luke Skywalker is meant to sit here, Darth Vader. But I don't know. There's a new piece here. Let me show you. This is, I haven't seen this before. It says it makes sound effects. Well, it shows sound effects. What does that even mean? You're meant to make specific sounds. It's like they made it for ASMR purposes. Okay, so this is meant to, got that open, this goes in, and this goes click, 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 gat, clickiski, and I can't read Japanese or Chinese, unfortunately. That's something I would like to do as well. In fact, I'd like to do a lot of things. So there's two of those versions. Okay, so you will be going right on the side here. Okay, we pop you in there. So obviously the most integral part for the landing gear for the shuttle, and then on the other side we want you here. Okay, and we will click, 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 klisk, kliski, gat. Okay, and we will pop you in there. So kind of the most important things through. We're 1/10 through. Fascinating. Right, we have some smaller bits here. We pop you put these bits like so on there, and then we square you off with a square piece, and then on top we have a nice 3 piece there, and that sits quite nicely and snug next to you, even though that bit looks like it's upside down. But that's fine, that's what Lego tells us to do, so we shall do it. Okay, so we have another long bit here that goes in there, this goes there, we have a square bit which that slots in there, and then on top we have this bit here, and then we will pop you in there, and in my intuitive building sense just kind of did that. We have more of our clicking together pieces. Okay, so it's right there, it does make the clicking noise. There we go. I don't know why, that is really satisfying. That is to me anyway. Okay, continue, Fred. One there, and another one there. And we'll pop you there. See, instantly, you could just see just that. I mean, I know it's a bit impressionistic, but you could see the shape. I know in the comments you're probably like, yeah, Fred sees the shape, it's a rectangle, but I do, it's the wing straight away, top up, front. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. So there's a lot of similar repetition going on. Yeah. Okay, and then we have a square piece in there, and then on top we have a 3 that goes on there, and then that sits next to it there. So with this build I was looking into actually doing a mock version of this, buying the plans and then doing the mock. So the mock is in scale to the figure, so I think it's just slightly bigger than the USC version, so it's pretty massive, which would look really awesome. The thing is with the mocks, obviously you have to acquire all the parts, and that worked for the TIE Fighter because I was able to acquire all of the pieces from various countries across Europe, which was quite useful. But I feel like because that's a considerably bigger ship and it starts heading in the more Millennium Falcon side, it's sort of storing it somewhere that will enable me to look at it and enjoy it. That would have been the issue, and I want this on display. I can tell you already I want this one on display, so I opted for the smaller version, shall we say, and I won't be disappointed. At the back I've made a critical area, and the time for the attack has come. The Emperor has made a critical area, and the time for the attack has come. Right. We pop you in there. We didn't want the red piece part off the back there, so I don't know if that's actually going to be on show, but we'll just make sure it's right anyway. So we've got to turn you over, and then on the back we have some yellow, very bold colour yellow items there, and then these go on the back there with a red piece. Voila. This goes on the back there, and another red piece there. Voila. And then further down as well. Right, and another bit. We pop you in there. Then a red piece. And another red piece, or should I say burgundy. And then we have some square. It's squared off nicely. There we go. And there, 2, and then white bits over there and over there. For me, this I can see exactly what bits are what. It's not that I'm a bit of a nerd, but I'm a little bit of a nerd, and I've seen and sort of almost studied these ships. And I know every single shape to it. So we want 2 of those, and on the 3rd hole in that pops in there. I assume this is like the most integral part of the ship. And then we have 4 of these which go out next to that bit there. 2. See, I'm looking at stuff ahead for some reason and building that and going back. That's probably not the best way to build. And that's how you make mistakes, Fred. That is how you do it. As Bob Ross would say, that's how you do it. Right. There. And then you crop in it. There's so many of these parts here. It's like maybe in order to do this build, you couldn't really do it with Lego pieces, and this feels more like, I don't know, not so Lego-y, more, I can't remember the name. It's like a mechanical type of thing. I'll probably think of it later on when I'm not actually thinking about it. Then we have a grey one which fits in there, so that should be the full set. Indeed it is. Meccano, that's what I mean. If anyone's built Meccano, I think I had a couple of Meccano things when I was a kid, but I sort of was steered more towards Lego. I think I got into Lego when the Phantom Menace came out, and maybe before that I might have had a pirate set or something, an explorer set, and there was like a safari car and a biplane. They were pretty cool, but when the Star Wars sets landed, then of course after seeing Star Wars I was completely addicted straight away. Okay, I need that. We need that grey one, second one, and no, third one, last. And we'll pop you in there, and then this comes out, another black one there. Yeah, I was pretty hooked and addicted very, very quickly, and those sets were for me a way of reliving like the Star Wars movies, which I just saw in the cinema, which I loved so much. And there was such a, I just remember that with the Lego sets back then, it was such a magical, mythical almost time, and that's probably why Lego has always sort of stuck with me, and I've always loved it. And I love seeing Lego do well, like, and keep growing. I think that's just by themselves just completely awesome. This is awesome what's happening here at the moment. Okay, let's get back to the build, and we can get all mushy later. So this should just nice and snugly fit in there. Yeah, that's good. There we go. This is like a very integral part here, I feel. So we have a red piece which goes all the way through, apparently. And it does, yeah. So these are adding proper structural supports, which can only be a good sign. This is what I love about Lego. Like, sure, you've got to make it so it looks like it, but you've also got to make it strong and hold together. So it's quite a complicated profession, just like bounty hunting. Right. Pop you there. I love all the clicky noises. It's the best. Right. Then we have 2 down, 1 burgundy piece, and I can't really remember if this is biggest. There's two different versions of this, so we do it at the same time. I can't remember if this is actually the biggest bag, is it? No, I think we've got slightly bigger ones. But I assume because the wings take up quite a lot of space there as well. Okay, blue bits. That pokes up there. And then this, yeah. I really need to look it up and how they actually build these things. Okay, you slot on there and you go on there. So is that internal detail? It kind of looks like it. Probably might be. But I don't know. Now it's telling me to. Alright. Right, I thought that was strange. So I have to push this through. So that was depicted on there. Alright, I see. Okay, it was depicted like well, it was depicted how it should be. Let's put it that way. Okay, now I've got to get these parts here and these blue bits. Push it through. Please don't break. Please don't break. There we go. There's one, and there's the other. So that's proper secure. Like really. Yeah, we have another almost non-Lego section here. Probably didn't find the Lego parts and thought, oh crap, we need to get something different here. So you go on there, put on, and you go on there. Something which I always thought, well, if I was younger, I would have been on it like straight away. But the Lego Star Wars, I just sort of missed it. And for me, I liked the hands-on thing with Lego. I always preferred playing with it and just building it, and I like touching it. But if I had access to the Lego games when I was a kid, my goodness, like that would have been deadly for me. That's really good. Like, how do they work that out? That is going to go and slot in there and then connect in there. Well, apparently not for me though. Come on, friend, you can do it. You can do it, friend. There we go. There we go. That's so good. I love it. It's so many good things going on here. So you slot in there, so you block that out. So you just know that these are integral structural pieces that are going on at the moment. And I feel like we're making another bit of Darth Vader's seat here as well. Get you in there, and then another one in there too. And then on the top there. Always slightly disconcerting to have pieces left over. And there we have it. Shuttle, Imperial Shuttle. Bag number 2. For some reason, there is never, ever a graceful way for opening these quietly. Shall we see? Okay. So, on top. Yeah, well done, Fred. You're meant to go there, and you're meant to go there. That makes more sense. So we can sort of repair our errors. Okay, as we go along. There's a lot of these strange structural bits happening at the moment, which is good because we know that our shuttle is going to stay being awesome and not fall apart, we hope. Okay, then another one down there. this piece goes up there, this piece goes down there, and then you slot on there. Voila. And then we take that round a bit, wherever you may be. Come to Fred. Come to Fred. You stay there. Don't leave Fred. Come to Fred. And there it is. Perfect. Okie dokie. So we're building afresh. This is the bit which I like because then you just add on. And, that's very enjoyable. Okay, that bit on there. Large pieces are very much my favourite thing. Finding the pieces, however, there we go. It's always sometimes in a slightly different tone for me. I don't know why this looks like a very dark grey, but it's not. It's light grey. Okay, another one there, and one more there. Excellent. So what we need is two of these. 1 and 2. There you go. Either side, there and there, and then agree single piece in the middle. There. Okay. Then we need 2 dark greys on. Wait a minute, Fred. Yeah. So you've gone ahead of yourself here again, but we just need that. Circle a bit. There we go. I used to have, when I was younger, some amazing sets. And one of them, which I suppose in my mind now it's identical to what it was in the film, but it probably doesn't look anything like it. You sort of, with old memories, you sort of change it a little bit and see it how you want to see it. But then when you see it, it's completely different, and I feel like that would be the same for this set. The set being the Gungan, you know, underwater vehicle, kind of on a bongo thing, and that was when I had Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Jar Jar Binks, and I think that was my favourite set because I think that was the first big set which I ever got, and it included my favourite characters in there, which was Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Jar Jar Binks at the time. So I love that set so much. I've still got all of my Lego. I've never got rid of it, and it might not all be still intact, but parts, I know large parts are still intact. And that's what I find kind of crazy, that I built that when I was 9 actually, and the fact that that's still there. I'll have to get it out sometime, see if I can make an ASMR video out of it, but I mean, maybe you want to see it, maybe you don't. But there's some proper classics, and I've still got like some of the old boxes as well, which they came in, which is pretty awesome. Okay, things are happening here, and I feel like I should be concentrating. Long pieces, so it's the detailing which I love at this part. Okay, and you go in across the front. Yeah, there we go. It's crazy. There's the front. Okay, that's where our imp is going to sit somewhere here, and well, where's you? And there's the engine. It's looking awesome. It's going to be great. That's George Lucas. No, Rick McKellar was here. No, Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. yeah, I've probably watched the special features for Star Wars probably as many times as I've watched the films, and they're just the best for more Star Wars things. I probably know them off by heart as well, what everyone says. Okay. So we need 4 of you together, so we build 4 of you like this. There we go. 3. And 1 more please. And 1 more please. There we go. 4. So you sit on the engine part there. Not the engine part, on the wing part. You go there. I love those smooth bits so much. And I still love these. That's so great. When are we halfway? Nowhere near. Okay, so we have some smaller fiddly sections here. And if we're following that, that should go. Well, we need these weird bits first. Fiddly. It is getting very, very fiddly. You go on there. You are meant to go on there. And then this bit, the small studs. Like the fiddly bits, of course, are the bits which make the detail. Yes. Oh, yes. I'm sorry, but I think this is my favourite bit when you add the clear pieces and then the smooth bits, and you run your finger along it there as well, and you just know it feels so smooth. I love that on the Lego sets, and of course we didn't really have that back in those times of the earlier Lego sets. Okay, so we have 2 bits that go along here. Well done, Fred. Let's see what you've done here. So are you meant to go? Oh no, I have done it right. Well, yeah, that's fine. You are not needed. I must stop doubting my own Lego building skills here. Alright, so you, nice smooth bit, go there, and you go there, you go there, and you go there. What I love about this set as well, I think, is kind of knowing that Darth Vader is going to be sitting in there with Luke Skywalker. That's pretty great. I just assume you go there and there. Let me check that. Yep. Because you are the perfect position for it. Okay, there and in there. And small tiny pieces I can't see on the back. Right. You're sitting in the back there. You have your little friend there. So I assume that's probably where the engine's going to go. Which I could be completely wrong again, which I am. It's where a nice smooth bit's going to go, which is awesome. And then at the front here, this is very satisfying. We have the smooth bit, and then the front there. Another smooth bit. Right, and then 2 smooth black parts there on the top. That goes down there, and that goes down there. This is looking so good already. So this is where the flick-fire missiles go. So I've never really done the flick-fire missile thing, but earlier days, I think I said this before, if I had the flick-fire missiles for all the droids I had, because I had a large collection of B1 battle droids, they were the best, and I loved them so much. So if they were, flick-fire missiles were around when I had them, then yeah, they would have been so awesome. I would have loved it so much. Okay, how far back do you go though? I think you're sort of going there, and you in there. The cockpit is like the shape, it's all there already. Whoops, yeah, that was telling me to do the other side, but I just did it without reading. Must be a master builder. Not. I don't think. I mean, if I religiously had Lego parts, I would probably start creating those to build some crazy things. Like big castles. I was fascinated with ships, and I think this was before like the actual ship things came out, like big ship sets. And I loved those so much. Or trying to make them anyway. But I've always wanted to do like the Pirates. I've seen the Pirates of the Caribbean, Black Pearl, Flying Dutchman, Queen's Hand Revenge. They look so great. So if there's anyone that will enjoy those builds as well and branch out, even Harry Potter ones do, I would totally do them because they look great. They really do look amazing. Right, curiously, we have one piece here, and that, there we go. And then you, on the landing gear, you go about. Hang about, so. You are not meant to go there, are you? No, you're not. You are meant to go there. Oh no, we have a runaway. We have a stowaway. So you go in line there and there, and disconcerting, but I think that's probably one of the spare pieces. We will count you as one of the spare pieces. Yes. Have I got a Return on the Jedi Luke Skywalker? Yes, the early one with the yellow face, but have I got it with the cream faces then? I don't think so. So I'm very, very excited. Yeah, oh man, this is brilliant. Oh man, this is so good. This makes me so happy. That scene, I will never get over it, that we saw on The Mandalorian. That was just the best. Come on, where's Luke's legs? There we go. And then you can have the handcuffs on him as well. I think we will. Luke can hold those. There we go, because he's the boss. And no handcuffs hold a Skywalker. And there he is. Luke, you look amazing. It reminds me so much of my freaking childhood. That is so great. Like, I can remember Luke Skywalker, yellow faced Luke Skywalker, and the green lightsaber so well. The lightsaber looks awesome. I don't know if that's even different. Can't be. Yeah, so there you go. There's Luke. It looks like a real thing, like lights coming out. Don't know how it's doing that, but that's pretty awesome. Right, we are building right here, right now, the actual cockpit of this piece. So slap bang in the middle, that bit goes in there, then we have this at the end, and then that at the end. Here we have the 3 piece there, and another 3 piece there, and then on top of that, on those 3 pieces there, we have the actual cockpit, which I assume will fall down there. Then at the front, we just have very loosely attached. I assume that's probably for a little bit more detail. This is going to be really clever if it's going to do what I think it's going to do. Okay, so we turn you around, on the edge there, very precariously. Okay, we have a stud on there. This is getting very fiddly. This is where my ginormous hands don't come into play. Right. We have another one of you there. And another one that hangs off the edge there. Then on top. Just on there. And the same again on that side. I think it is going to do what I think it's going to do, and we will see very shortly. It's actually quite nice, like the weather here is crazy hot, and I've always thought about getting air conditioning for the studio just to keep it cool, but I mean obviously in other countries, America for example, you will probably have air conditioning there in every other hot country, and but in England there's never really that much need, but on those hot days I'm really hot all the time anyway, so I probably should have it, but it's been a little bit unbearable. But today it's been really windy. It's like a winter's day again in summer, and almost cold out in the wind, so it's in here building this at the moment. It's just one of the nicest things, hearing the wind outside, and it's very gusty. I think there's thunderstorms again tomorrow. This is possibly one of the most British things we're doing at the moment, which is talking about the weather. But I think because it's all over the place here all the time, it's a hot topic. But I love being indoors, and if the weather's bad outside, I always feel extra cozy inside. Yes. And there we go. For some reason I thought they were going to put the Lego pieces which sort of make the shape there. Don't know why I thought that, but that looks, there we go. It's the front immediately, iconically. It's perfect. Oh, I love it so much. This looks amazing. I should probably curb down my excitement a little bit as well. So we need you up in there, and you off the edge, and then you. Apparently, we'll probably start with the right side there. Hang about, Fred. What have you done here? You've done something. We don't want you, we want you. And we want you. And now you can go there. Beautiful. Love it so much. Probably the best cockpit we've made so far. Usually it's that sort of, you know, the bit, the generic cockpit, but this looks incredible. It goes in there, and wow, that's just the best. So good. Okay, so I feel like I've missed something there for some reason. Never a good feeling, but this just literally don't even remember putting that bit there. Clips on. I love it. Yeah, it's amazing. And then Imperial sits in there. So it's coming together surprisingly nicely. Right. So we've got on number 3 and the number 5 and the number 3 on top there as well. And then we have a long one which goes in number 2 whilst putting in somewhere. Where are you? There you are. And you just go over like so, and slot over there. Parfait. And then you go. Come on, there we go. Over like so. And then there's another one. Okay. You go next to it, and you yellow piece go there. I think that's that. No, we're still not halfway in there. Amazing. Okay, so we need a long piece on the black piece. Oh, this is a rubber bit. A rubber Lego piece, that seems odd. And you have to put it together like it's squishy. That feels very unnatural. Interesting. So that hops in there, and then we have on this bit, if this goes up next to it, like so, slots in there, and then on top we have another bit that goes in there, and then another yellow stud to meet it there, and then you go very nice and snug in there, and then we've got to turn it over apparently and create, yeah, God knows what they're making now. And this should, if I've made it correctly, mind you, which I feel like I haven't. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. It says turn it. Okay, so let's get that straight there. That's exactly how it is there. Yeah, that's how it is. And now, by this red bit, this is gone over like that and gone around like that. Well, I don't know why that was so complicated to me. It just was so complicated. I thought the studs were the other way. How strange. And you go at the bottom here, and on the top we have a grey one of you as well. Right, there's so many pieces here at the moment, like a lot of things going on. Alright. It's kind of a little bit difficult to work out what they're trying to say here, but we must proceed. We just need that oval piece. And we've reached this part. Oh my goodness, it's in my hand. Come on, Fred. Come on. I don't remember picking that up. This is probably the biggest problem is when I film Lego videos. I film late, obviously, but sometimes I film a little too late, and I usually can get through the whole night. Lego ones, you tend to do that. So your mind isn't as, shall we say, as precise as it should be. Okay. Fit in there, and then 2 along, we have another one of you, and then number 3 we have you in there, a white piece which goes over the top there with 2 square things here, and then that should fit in there, but it doesn't, course we've got one piece there. So let's look into how this has happened. We're smarter than this, and that perfectly fits on there. Right. So we have the top bit there, this bit on the bottom. So there's a lot of different, very mechanical pieces in this set. So bits which I haven't actually really used before, which is pretty cool. Right. So you fit in there, and you. It's going to be very interesting when we start actually building the wing sections. I mean, once you've done those, that will clip in straight away, and then before you know it, you've got it. So we've got two of those wing bits there, and then on the back you fit in there, and you fit on there with the two bits there. So at my local Lego store, I tend to, if I'm a walk past, I tend to find my way in there to have a quick browse, and sometimes I occasionally engage with a very nerdy chats with the people there. I really like the people which work at Lego. They're always really helpful, and they've always got good things to talk about with Star Wars, etc., etc. And that's the opportune moment for me to, have a look, have a browse. And there's so many sets which I would love to do, and there's so many great ones. Oh, there we go. We've got a use for you. I do wonder how many of those orange bits I've actually got. But yeah, there's so many good, cool sets in there, and like I said, the Harry Potter ones there are pretty awesome. Alright, let's have a look. Just to triple check that. Right, yeah. I knew there was something looked off there. We just needed to start in there. The Harry Potter one's got like the complete castle. And I remember I had a Draco Malfoy and a Harry Potter and a broomstick. And that was as far as I got when I was a kid. But the fact they've got the whole Hogwarts castle now just looks so amazing. Like I would actually quite happily give that a run for its money, give it a go. But also, right, we've got two bits here. Where are you saying this? Right. Yes, the smooth bits are amazing. They look amazing. But yeah, that set would be so great to do. There's a lot of that does not inspire me with confidence. But I've never had a big piece like that left over before, so yeah, I think that's probably worth a little bit of a check just to make sure. We flip those pages a little bit, and just to make sure. I think it's alright, I'm really dreading to see if I did actually miss a piece there, but I think we are actually all in the clear. Yeah, we're good. But it's not only those sets, there's the massive T-Rex and Jurassic Park gate, which just looks insanely awesome. There's some green bits there. How many of these? Tell me to do 2 of these, I think. Yeah, so those sets look so amazing. And there's like some proper, like Middle Ages, medieval style Lego buildings, which just look incredible as well. So I'm always happy to hear your recommendations and what sets you recommend and what you think would be good. And obviously I've got various ones in the past upon your recommendations. So what do you think would be fun? And what is your actual favourite Lego sets at the moment? I pay attention to these things, and they're great for Lego builds. And some new bits which I've never seen before. So that's kind of what I like, knowing that there could be parts in here which are specially built for this set. That for some reason excites me greatly, and I think it could be those pieces there. So if that is them, that's pretty awesome. Okay, Fred, you are only meant to be on half there. Yeah, so they're really nice and smooth pieces there, and then these apparently, not sure how. Actually, I've missed. What am I doing? I've missed like the integral piece there. Okay, of the engine. That makes more sense. That's more rounded. That's perfect. Oh, that's so smooth. Smoothest bits are the best bits. You go like so. Yes, they're great. But how do they fit on? So is it actually on the red bits there? No, I don't think so. There we go. And make sure you go in the right bit there. Yeah, that looks amazing already. Like the triangle bit on the engine. Alright, we got this. We need a round piece, which I would assume is in that section, but probably not. There it is. And then we need, is that white pieces of those? Yes. We need those white pieces there. And that one goes there. And what else we got? We need another white piece. In my head at the moment, I'm just trying to work out what other Lego sets there are. Like we did the Friends one, and that sort of branched out to new Lego territory. But there's so many amazing sets to make, and I'd just love, like in an ASMR environment, to like, you know, like here and just build. And I think one of the times I wouldn't mind listening to my headphones, but when you do the Lego builds, there's so much post to do, post-editing, so I would need to do that to make sure the microphone sort of, you know, work and pick up the right sounds and isn't too over the top, and it doesn't peak. So I wouldn't really get to hear it like pretty raw. And yeah, these can be quite long videos to edit, but it would be great to sort of enjoy it then. But I can't really relax to the sound of my own voice, which is a good thing, right? Okay, so that's those, and then it's not telling us to flip it, but we're doing it. So we have times 2 of these. One goes in there, and another one in there. Something which I'd love to do is film a Lego ASMR video in the Lego shop, and that would be so great. I don't know how you do it though, and how you could do it with making it dark and relaxing and, you know, different, shall we say. Right, so these bits go on here. It's meant to attach at the moment, but I think we'll do what it says here first. Okay, and then we're going to attach it to whatever bits it's saying to attach because I feel like it's about to get very fiddly in there. I mean, the idyllic building scenario whilst you're building is to have it all arranged, or you just have a companion to give you all the pieces you need. And there it goes, and there it goes. On there, yeah, there, give it to me, and you know, so on and so forth. That would be pretty great. So, are we meant to make 2 of those? I don't think so. I know that just... Right. That makes sense. So this goes on the top there and should ever so perfectly, which it doesn't. There we go. And here's our engine. It looks amazing. I love it so much. It's so smooth along there. It's great. And then all of our engine pieces we can now put on. Yes, I love that colour blue there as well. It's very Caribbean Sea colour, but also light speed colour. It looks amazing. I love that. What a great build. I'm having so much fun with this. Okay, so how many of these things we got to make? So if you just say it's these, I see a lot of these circles here, so it makes me feel like you're going to be tricking me in a minute, Lego, but we'll see where you're going with this. Right, so we put the shuttle here for a second, and we will build here. Then we have a, what's it put in there? Okay, and then that in there, and that in there. Yes, and then some smooth pieces on there, which make me very happy. Why is that so satisfying? I think those pieces remind me of, there was a Lego game actually on PC, Lego Logo, which I loved, and in my head it's, you know, 4K and graphics look great and they're all walking, you know, to how you see the games now, but of course in reality it's not like that at all anymore. I doubt it anyway. Right, okay, yeah, I've messed up. I should have put another one of those on top. So yeah, I used to play that game, and it was quite basic really, and you just had to upgrade the station master, and I think he would turn into a superhero. But these pieces, these curves remind me of the track you used to lay in. Is very, you can only go a sharp left or a sharp right through the tunnel. Smash the drains up. Okay, and that on there. And then I seem to remember a Lego creator, and you'd make those buildings and then dynamite it all. Right, I think that's meant to go in the middle there. Yeah. Oh wow, that looks great. That looks so good. The engine's running through there. This is ticking a lot of the satisfying boxes for me at the moment. That's for sure. Okay, so I think I've got a different piece here at the moment. And 2 yellows on the another square bit. I love it when you get in the zone. I feel like I'm getting in the zone, but I feel like I could probably get out the Lego ASMR building zone pretty quickly too. Okay, and then we have a black piece which goes on top. Yeah, and then next to it we have long piece, and next to it we have long piece, and then another black bit in the middle there. Then we have a circle. That's really great. I don't know why. That's satisfying to me. I nearly just gave myself ASMR. Okay, Fred. How strange. Apparently just circular pieces do it for me. That's strange. You could feel it coming on. I must be really tired. I don't even want to look at the clock at the moment, so just not know what the time is probably the better way. Okay, that is that, and we are adding that in on the front here. Alright, we're meant to sort of get ahead of ourselves here. We're meant to be making some adjustments in here. So we have these things, and I think these are probably the forward turrets for the ship. Another one there. Slots in like so. These up pieces, they look like turrets to me. Oh, they went to go straight up. Okay, they're up. They go down. Come on. There we go. Same again. There we go. Right, and then we have a white piece on top to connect that, and then this strange piece, which is offering a little bit of smoothness on there. And apparently that somehow just fits on like so, and it does. That's what it says. That's actually pretty good fit there as well. I thought that'd be really loose. And now at the front. Oh yes. Oh yes, it looks so great. That's, I love the sheen that it gives on there with all those smooth bits. That's really great. I love that. This is a great set. Right, so probably the other side of the engine now. And we have right here one of those, and then two curved bits on top, and then two larger curved bits. Okay, here and here, and two single white bits there, and another white bit there. The white bits on here look great, but maybe that's because I've got blue light shining on it, so it doesn't help as much. Okay, so that's on there. Smooth bit there, smooth bit there. That goes across there. And then this very eloquently just slots into place there, which it does. And it looks great. Okay, next bit there, flat bit there, two yellows there, another square on there. We have a large bit which goes around the square here, and then on top of that we have one of those, and I seem to remember the last one. We have, if you want to fit in there, that would be great, yeah. Another black one there, that and that, like so, and then there is actually give me ASMR again, just looking at it. Does that even happen? Okay, this round bit, very delicately gonna pop that on there. It is, there's something about that. My goodness, what's it? Reception, you know, before school, and they used to give you those finger biscuits. I used to eat all around there. That looks like a finger biscuit. Why would that give me tingles? That's the strangest thing. Oh, very strange. Just looking at something. It's like, it didn't give it to me, but it's sort of nearing. I could feel. I think I'm just too tired. Just that complete relaxation. I'm not going to complain whatsoever. Oh my goodness, I see Darth Vader. Yes. Yes, that's so good. Now I'm just going to build this without looking at it. Actually, I think I will look at it, because what I'm seeing at the moment is a lack. We need two of these, and unless. There you are. Thank you. Just hiding under the ship. Right. So you go there. We have on top are these two, the white piece, and then those two turrets that goes on top of the white piece, and then those two turrets go down like so. If you would like to, that'd be so great. And then these just slot on like so, and then this as our last piece of the engine. Something just came off there, so yeah, that bit's kind of very loosely put on, but this just slots right in there. Oh, that's so great, that's perfect. It looks like the troop transport almost. Oh my goodness. We have a Darth Vader in this one. I have a very tingly cape box. I love how they have their tiny boxes for just their cape. So great. But thank you. We're ready. Lightsaber. I seem to remember these lightsaber hilts being a lot more shiny. Okay. When was the last time I had a Darth Vader? This is like a very, very sacred moment at the moment. This is such an awesome set. I love it so much. I mean, sure, if you get the Emperor throne scene there as well, you're going to get Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker as well. But this is such a great set to have. He looks awesome. He looks amazing. Oh, yes. It's such a great set to have, like, as a prelude to that awesome of scenes, and then that name no longer has any meaning for me. Oh, amazing. He looks so great. So this is the top wing, so I think it builds up in a very interesting way, a bit like the TIE Fighter we did, so the same sort of building technique I assume is going to be used here. Okay, let's clear the station. Okay. And follow the instructions properly. Start Fred. And try not to make a single mistake with this one. We have a lighter grey 4-piece. Goes on top there. I mean, how do they know that detail? Okay, then we have a 3 brick, which fits on there. Then we have 3 bits which I don't think are useful, just holes in a small block, in a 1-stud block. Pretty cool. So I'm just seeing all the pieces, small pieces, just amazing. I just appreciate it all. Okay, then we have a 3 white piece on there, and then we have 1 stud on there. I like this because it's sort of building up, if that makes sense. Okay, so we have 2 of these studs, the end of which goes in there. That doesn't really make sense. That's telling me to go in there, and then number 2 goes over in there. Then we have a grey brick on top, and then on top of that we have a number 2 or grey selection there. Which should I put that on top? No. And then the white on top. there as well. And then this just goes on the top there. Right, so some big pieces. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go in halfway. Okay, or in the middle rather. And then you slot in, strangely enough. Okay, so at the top part. Yeah, that would make a bit more sense if I didn't miss that last bit there. Okay, that's what we want. And you just fit on a little bit more eloquently. There we go, like so. Alright, a single stud. It's getting very fiddly again and jumpy. Another stud there, another single stud there, and then we have another hole guy there, and another black bit in there, black bit in there. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realise that's awesome. That's amazing. There's a bottom bit to Darth Vader's. Oh yes. Oh, how did I miss that? That's brilliant. Now Vader looks amazing. Now it will do it properly. Your father once taught us you to. Oh, Obi-Wan, rather. Oh, amazing. Love it. Now this goes on another long piece here. Okay. And then further down the line we have the 5th one up, and then 7th one up. Right. Now we make a fresh. It's such a different way of building. I love it. I don't think I've really done anything like this before. I think this is quite a different build altogether, really. Like there's different techniques used, which is pretty cool. White piece, there we go. I could look at the clock right now, but what's the point? I don't care how tired I am. I'm very much enjoying myself. Okay. So this somehow. Okay. So we've got those 2 bits on there, and then one more brick which goes on top, and then one more of these which goes on top of that, and then this. What a strange way. So you have to connect it, but it's already on there. How bizarre. There we go. But we did it anyway. So that's on there. Push that in. There we go. And that's very much the top bit. Excellent. Yes, very nice long bit there. Okay, at the bottom we have you, and we have number 2 in the thin one. My eyes just dart around literally everything, and I just do what I see and where I think it goes, and then I'll look back. That's the risk. On the edge there. play this with Lego, I just find it so relaxing. Every single time. I could literally fall asleep right now. But satisfied. It's a strange sensation. Okay, and then you go top there, and then we want number 3 very carefully. Come on, there we go, and there we go. We want number 3 on top, like so. Then we have another block which goes there, and then a single one there, a single one there. This grey bit, which apparently slots in there. It's not that one. It's this one. But it's telling me to put it through this way. Are you sure? That doesn't work. That goes in, does it? I don't know. We'll just pop you on there anyway. Okay. And then what are we missing down this side? Anything? I don't think so. So, you thought that shuttle fins are going to be a complicated profession. Okay, so we need two 4 pieces. Good, there's 1, 2 on top of each other, then we have a 4 piece there on top there, and then a number 3 on there, then a single hole one there on top, then we have 2 4s that go on top there, and the thin ones, and there should be another 4 that goes on top, thin one, then there's a number 3 which goes on the top, there we go, and then we have another hole one on the top there as well. Now this apparently fits on to this section here. Right, big things seem to be happening here. And this comes up there and slots in. Should slot in. Should be in the operative word here. With grave difficulty. There we go. That was a slightly tense moment. Great. And then this bit in there. I'm just looking at it how I want to see it there. Perfect. That's amazing. Let's check that there's nothing else I'm meant to add there, which I feel like there probably is. And then on the back we have 4 of these. Okay, 1. Probably best if I do it from the bottom. Makes sense. 2, 3, and 4 on the top there. And then on the top, that's so great. That's the flashing light there. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because that goes in there, holds it all in place, and then the flashing light. Amazing. And then it continues down with 1 more. Okay, then assume there's got to be something at the bottom. Yeah. Good. We have the number 3 piece there with a 2 stud. There you are. And that literally just fits in at the bottom. Ever so snug. There we go. Perfect. And there's still more to add. Okay. 3 there. And 3 there. And then at the bottom here we have blue part here, so that blue bit goes through there. Okay, that one goes there. Okay, that slot is that the top bit, yeah. The top bit, and then on the bottom there. This is gonna look so great. And there's that slot on it. Yes, right. So these just strangely enough just fit in there and loosely attaches to there, but now we have two of these. Apparently we do. And these both slot into here and holds it in place. Or it's meant to. So it probably needs to twist around until it is locked in there. Oh no. Oh dear. I can't remember if that goes up. Yeah, thank goodness. So it must know it's a tricky thing there. Because why else would that? Well, I suppose to see Darth Vader actually. Okay. Let's try and delicately put you back in. We're back in business. Okay, I think that's probably the best way to do it. Take it up because you need to slot it in through the triangle holes there. Okay. And now with that down and with this in place. That's gone through. There we go. Perfect. So good. And just lift it around like that. Oh, it looks amazing. I love it so much. This is making me very, very happy. Right. I'll probably move you there just for a bit. Okay, so we need some grills on here. So that across. Grill there and a grill there. And this goes so that actually on the wing. Okay. On there, and I assume we just assume that it says do the same. The other side makes sense. Does it not? Okay, grill there. And a grill there. And we pop you the other side there as well. You look amazing. Just so you remember. Okay. Flip it over and then there's a grey piece which goes in there. The long piece with a 2-bit there. Ow, that just got my finger. Okay, and that goes in there. Then another soft bit, smooth bit there. And number 3, I do prefer the big bits so much more. To me, they're most satisfying. Turn that round, and we have. This looks like it's a seat, maybe, or I could be wrong. Okay, on the back. Yeah, and this at the front. There. Then this connects to this bit here, and it does, and it looks pretty awesome. And then on the right side here, it should. Which way? This goes at the front there. Being extra careful. Perfect. Oh, smooth galore. I love that. Love it. They've done such a great job. And then the same again, which I've done that bit already, so we want the long bit, and then these. There. Strange it feels like it's at the end, but we've still got both of the other wings to create, which is pretty great. And we have next to it CHILLFRED. That's what you want. And then you should I suppose it's quite important that you make sure all the Lego pieces are really pushed in, which is a critical part for moments like that. That looks great. I love it so much. In fact, I'm lifting it with this fin there as well. Suttle Tydirium, what are you doing? And there's a spare Vader mask there as well, just in case if you want to put one on Luke too. Oh. And we're coming to the final bag now, and I'm going to look at the time and see what time. Oh my goodness, yeah. It's not too bad, really. Great. I don't know why, but this to me does not seem like it's going to do 2 wings, but apparently it is. Okay, let us begin. So number 3, you go in and you go in. We have 2 white blocks either side. There and there. So whatever we make here, we are pretty much just doing 2. Right. What a strange piece. We have. There you are. You're meant to slide through, so just there we go. Right, that's blocked. Okay, and then this there, you go all the way through there, and you're fixed. Then we have a black piece, and number 3. And then the singular one piece in there. And we have halfway 3 pieces, and then that piece there, should really just be making this at the same time and then just doing the opposite on the other side. Makes sense. And that goes on like so. Okay, so I think we're making the other wing now. That was quick. So that in there. That in there. I think probably why it's fresh. Fresh in your memory. Let's get used to it. How did I just get that wrong? I don't know. And we have a white bit here, and a white bit here as well. Lots of little frilly bits in there. Okay, and then we have a black bit. I thought this was going to be like the really large sections. Apparently not. There it is, camouflaged, as it always is. Okay, so we have that thing. That needs to go around the other side. Kind of fit in there. And what was that bit we've just made? There it is. Okay, so that slots on top and this goes through. It's just that's not identical to what we just did on the other one, strangely. That's probably why. Okay, and that goes in there. Those two on there. We assume. And on the edge we have these white bits. One. Whoops. Two. Yes, right. Give me these large bits. One. Smooth. Two. Armpit. Three. Top bit. Four. And we turn over. And we have just a 2 block without any holes in it, please. Thank you. And we need 2 of those. 1, 2, and the bit. Is that the bit? I think that's the bit. Okay, and as that's on there, that goes on the end there. Then we turn you over, and we have a white version of that, which goes at the front. Then we have next to it a soft bit. And then on top, the round bit. So I think this is just literally detail what we're putting on here at the moment. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, it's more turrets basically, so that helps in there. Looking good. Round bit that sits on the top, and then this goes on there. There we go. And then if we turn that, here we go again. Right. So that's up somehow. And then on the edge we should have just one stud in there. Okay, now for the fun bit. for me anyway. Long bit. That fits in so, like so. Goes on the top there. Then we have a yellow piece with, give us the other one. There we go. Cool. That was pretty simple. Sure, that's it. Oh no. Oh dear. Why did I assume that was meant to bend? Because it wasn't. And this goes on the top, like so. Very flimsily, might I add. Okay, and then we have this large fin here. Push you in. This goes on here, and then, very excitingly, this simply attaches if I should get those bits level. There we go. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. I mean, I know it's missing its other half, but this, yes. Oh, that's so great. We're nearly there. We're nearly. Oh my goodness. Don't do that again. That was too close. That could have been really traumatic. Right. I really would love to be able to have a massive, like, Imperial hanger or something, do the lighting. That would just look so awesome. I often find myself looking at the different sort of mock builds that people make, and there's this amazing things like the carbon freeze one is something that I was very interested in doing. Someone put lights all in there and it looked amazing. I thought, yeah, maybe I should mock build that. It takes up quite a lot of room, but it just looks incredible. So I would be tempted, let's put it that way. Okay, so you get them now. Oh no, of course, that's the wrong way, isn't it? Yes. Right, I thought it was. Maybe it isn't. Or maybe that's not even the right piece. But it is. Okay, so you go like so. That goes up there. And then this. Apparently. There we go. That's what we want. That's what we wanted all along. Black bit in there. Third way down. White bit there. Okay. In the middle. And then we have long bit. Number 3. That can't be a smooth bit. There we go. And then we have 2 of those. 1. I remember what happened to those 2 bits there. 2. And then these attach like so. See, it looks so odd, but knowing that it just fits together so perfectly in a minute keeps you going. Okay. Right. Put the 2 studs here. Yeah, I just think there's so many. Lego for me is also like a form of maybe model making. I think that Lego builds have got so good that a lot of it is pretty close. So to have everything recreated and it looking so real brings me great nerdy satisfaction, and that's probably why I love it. So I find myself just looking at so many of those mock builds and see what people have created, and there's certainly some really great builders out there where you can get their marks and things. There you go. There, perfect. But I'd quite happily just have a massive collection of various things. I don't know, I made the ASMR video of the black pearl, making that or doing some on that, and that was good. But I feel like I probably got more set. For display purposes, I'd like the pearl because it's, you know, kind of try to make it as screen accurate as possible, but for satisfaction and everything else, and the fact that I love Lego, then it's always going to be Lego for me. I think we're sort of at that ripe age where we grew up with it, and when it was very early on, back in those days, and grew up with a sort of developing part, and now, since I did the ASMR videos and realised that really that was ASMR, what I was getting when I was making Lego, like a different form of it, and sure enough, filming it, and we want that on top, yeah, filming it, and then started making me feel that relaxed feeling, which I haven't felt since I was a kid. It's great. It's amazing. I'm borderline tingles like all through tonight. It's not giving it to myself. There's just something about, I think it's just all the small clicky things which are going on. I think that's probably it. It's definitely not my own voice. It's the satisfaction of the building. Okay, so detail, and then you go, and then the turrets, and this thing which goes on top, and then this rope slot. How did this one work? In the middle there, ever so perfectly, and then we turn it over. Okay, if we're to match that, then mine doesn't look like that. Mine's kind of backwards. I really hope that's not going to be the case here. Okay, but we turn that over, and then there's a single black stud which goes, apparently it goes, I don't know how it goes there because there's no place for that black stud to go. I'm hoping this is going to be like a sudden realization moment, but I feel like it's probably not. That's on top, and it's saying there's this stud. Am I even looking at the right bit? I can't be. That needs to go there. I don't know why. I've done it again. What am I doing? I just need to turn it right. Okay, now that stud goes there. No matter how many times I look at it and think, well, there's actually an error here, just look at it harder and it's fine. We're so close. I have no idea how long this has really gone on for. Maybe an hour and a half at this point. Could be wrong. Could be more. Could be less. No more. No less. A master and an apprentice. But which was destroyed? The master or the apprentice? Okay, let's not do that there. So what's going on here? Come on, Fred. So you there. Yeah, we obviously knew that. Ready, and then this goes there, and we've come to the very emotional climactic part. Well, there's still bits actually, but this part feels very sacred. Okay, so shuttle, Imperial shuttle. We're going to give you your final wing and just say what an amazing build you have been. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, it just looks so good. I love this set. This is what I've wanted for such a long time. This shuttle looks so good. Absolute amazing build. I love that. That was really great fun. And to get that shuttle as well, which I've always wanted. I think it's a smooth bit, but I love the wings. I think I just always loved the shuttle design anyway. It's just basically very Imperial. But yeah, so these are the quick for missiles start, so I don't know, you should just double them up and make them a bit heavier looking. Okay, so that's the fire in there, and that's the fire in there, and that. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna say this has been an absolutely amazing set. So we have our Imperial officer shuttle pilot there, dressed in black. We have, just Luke Skywalker, just looking amazing. He looks so great. I love Luke Skywalker. My first Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker new version, and a new version Darth Vader as well, who looks just incredible too. I love just this set. Is just 100% yes for me, and well done Lego for making it. It was such a perfect set. They're great. I'm surprised it wasn't done a little bit earlier, to be honest. But on here there's tons of other Lego sets for inspiration, and then the Lego Skywalker saga. But, you know, probably how I feel about that. If that was the Skywalker saga, then it would be, I don't know. Now it's the Skywalker saga. Well, you can't deny it with Imperial Shuttle in its final glory. Just looks so good. I just love the form of this ship so much, and it wasn't only that, like putting it together, I had great satisfaction doing it. Like you can tell it's got so many interesting parts, but also it's just the whole look of it. I don't know why, but it just satisfied me so much. So the build itself was really enjoyable to do. It was very satisfying, and there were loads of like tricky moments in there for me. So I hope that was the same there for you. Let me know what you think of this shuttle, and hopefully you get one as well, because it really is a great build. I assume if you've made it this far, you've either fallen asleep or that you're a hardcore Lego fan like myself. Then yeah, you probably want to talk Lego and future sets. So let me know down below all of your future ideas and sets that you think that would be great for another ASMR Lego build. I selected this one, I think, probably because the minifigures which you got in there, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and of course the Imperial officer, yeah, which was cool, but they were a big selling point there for me. But the shuttle is a ship which I've always wanted in my collection. I think, yeah, it would look better if it was more to the minifigure scale. So, because the X-Wing pretty much is, and that's just a normal Lego set, and the TIE Fighter, which I've got, pretty much feels like it's pretty close to it as well. Minifigure size. So this shuttle, I'm going to call it Suttle Tydirium just because I love the name Tydirium. Yeah, I think it probably could have been a little bit bigger to have the landing gear, because of course they walk underneath, and I would love it at the bottom of the cockpit where Darth Vader walks out, and of course the Emperor walks out as well and says, "Rise, my friend," to Vader. I'd love that. It's just, I love Return of the Jedi. I think it's my second favourite Star Wars film. So yeah, this was a great build. Really hope you enjoyed it. Got plenty of tingles, plenty of ASMR. Can admire this set's beauty from every single angle. And